All right, guys, welcome back to Turkey Central, Goose Central. Doesn't look like the geese are ice skating right now. And unfortunately, even though it is above freezing today, oops, our guinea fowl, you are kind of stuck with a rotation between goats and pond because I can't really get anywhere else just yet, especially now. Now that the weather has changed just a hair, the crusty snow is, well, I would fall through it. It's starting to melt. It's not really melting in the sense that I'd like, but it's melting. What you may notice is a huge difference in our pond. So with the temperature changing, we are 1 degree above freezing right now, and the evenings have not gotten to the single digits. They're still, you know, in the below freezing range for sure, but it was safe enough for us to run a hose on top of the electric that we have running out here and start to get some water in the pond. So what has happened now is we've been running water out here, and this is not ideal. It's not what we want to do, but we've been running water out here for almost 24 hours now since the last time you saw us, or you saw it. So, you know, we've got water working. Interestingly enough, even though it's not heated water, it's warmer than the ice and it's warmer than the exterior temperature. So it's actually helping to melt a little bit where the ice was thinnest. So you can see where the aeration is working well now. We've got a nice big hole. The water's laying on top of the ice. So I still don't know that this is the ideal solution, frankly. I think that this is probably going to make a bigger mess than we would like, but there are times that you argue with the farm hubby and there are other times that you just let things happen. This is one of those times and you hope he's right. What I do know is that the hole that's been created here should stay open despite the fact that we're going to drop to another run of bitter cold below freezing days. All of the ducks have room to swim now, which is awesome. They are hanging kind of over the hole, right? So even though it looks like there's more water in the pond, it's just a really thin layer of water on top of the ice. And I'm pretty sure that's all going to freeze up. And we're not going to be able to run water continuously more than just another day or so. But the hope is that we've given the hole here a chance to survive. And we put a head start on refilling the pond because the pond levels are really low. It's been so dry, you know, despite the fact that we have all this snow and ice, it's just dry. So the ducks are really happy today. I don't see any sliding mechanisms. I don't see anybody looking worse for the wear, and they're clearly no longer desperate to get to water. So life is pretty good here on the pond right now. We've had all the equipment out. We're starting to move snow. I shared with you earlier at the previous video what we've been doing with the pastures. So we're starting to get some clearing areas there. Nobody can graze. Nobody has anything to forage, right? They're still stuck with hay and commercial livestock feed, whether it's, you know, poultry feed or goat feed or pig feed. There's no foraging, but we've got water in the pond for now. It is kind of funny that even cold water is able to kind of melt a rut into the snow with the hose. But again, you know, for what it's worth in terms of record keeping, it's currently Tuesday as I'm recording this. You'll probably see it Thursday or so, just based on my schedule, you know, posting schedule. We're going to get this type of nice weather until Wednesday. So by the time you see this, the weather will have turned again. There's no way we will be able to keep the hose out with running water, it would just freeze even with running water. That's how bitter cold we're going to get. But for now, we're going to get 2 good days, and we're going to use every minute of those 2 good days to move some snow, to get ahead of the game. The de-icer's still working. The aeration is working now with the added help of some, above freezing water, I guess. We're making progress. We're making headway. And it is February in New Jersey, so, cold weather is not unexpected. We're going to get another run of really bad weather in terms of temperature, but then we should turn. And we should turn almost pretty hard right, and stay above freezing for, the rest of the winter. We might get more storms, we might get more snow, there's a lot of possibilities. But this below zero nonsense tends to end in February. So here's hoping that's the case. Here's hoping that the weathermen are correct. And, if they're wrong and we stay warmer than anticipated for more tan these 2 days, I'll take it. But I think we're going to get, this 48-hour period. And meanwhile, we're taking advantage of all of it. Like I said, all the equipment's out. Farm Hubby's been doing nothing but moving snow. And I've been doing nothing but making sure the animals have as much access to everything they need as possible. So that's where we're at. It's not all that exciting, but I wanted to make sure you got the update. Plus, I wanted to be outside while it was above freezing. It's literally 1 degree above freezing, and you have no idea how good it feels. So that's the story. I will get back to you with, some more updates as we go. But for now, enjoy the duck swimming. We haven't seen this in, gosh, probably about 6 weeks now. So I hope you're all doing well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be kind. And I will see you at the next one. Bye for now.